Man, we must be living in the last days. We have orbs, drones, UAPs, and now all of LA is on fire. Who can tell what's going to happen next? I do know one thing, though. It's time for us to all start getting prepared for any and everything. So I'm going to go over a 6-step immediate action plan. About what you can do if your city ends up on fire and you have to navigate your way out. Let's get into it. First, let me take a second to say thanks for tuning in to the Urban Warrior Podcast. This is a self-defense and survival podcast for physical, mental, and spiritual preparedness. I'm your host, Brody. So when this video is done, make sure to go over to the website, urbanwarriorsurvival.com, for your free copy of the Urban Warrior Doomsday Checklist, absolutely free. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing you have to understand is the urban fire risk. Urban areas have a very crowded population and a complicated infrastructure, which is particularly vulnerable to rapid fire spreading. There's factors such as closely packed buildings, extensive utility networks, and limited evacuation routes can make the situation much worse than it already is. So recognizing these risks is the first step towards coming up with an effective game plan to escape. How can you overcome that? That's going to go into the second thing, which is pre-evacuation preparation. Here's what you'll need to do to give yourself a fighting chance. The first thing you're going to need is an emergency kit assembly. Prepare a comprehensive emergency kit containing essentials such as non-perishable food, water, medicine, medication, important documents, and communication devices. Regularly update and maintain this kit to ensure that it's going to be ready to go and nothing's going to go bad. In addition to that, you're going to need an evacuation plan. So develop a detailed evacuation plan that includes multiple exit routes from your home to get out of the city. Familiarize yourself with local emergency services and shelters. Regularly practice evacuation drills if you can with your family and your other household members to ensure efficiency during an actual emergency. So you're going to need property defense. Only put fire-resistant items in your yard and maintain a space around your house and objects in your yard by clearing flammable materials and using fire-resistant plants and other items. This can significantly reduce the risk of fire spreading to your main house. The third thing, you're going to need the immediate actions during a fire. The first thing is to stay informed. You're going to want to monitor local channels for real-time updates on the fire and the fire's progression and adhere strictly to evacuation orders. Timely information is going to be critical for making informed decisions. Next, you're going to want to execute your evacuation strategy. So upon receiving an evacuation order, you'll want to leave immediately. Utilize predetermined routes that you picked during your planning. Make sure that you avoid areas of heavy smoke and keep your head on a swivel for changing conditions. If evacuation routes are compromised, seek refuge in a large open area or a designated safe haven within a building. And to follow that up, you're going to want to make sure that you have personal safety measures. You're going to want to wear protective clothing to shield against heat and embers. Keep a mask or clothes handy to cover your mouth and nose. This is also going to help reduce smoke inhalation. If trapped, seal yourself in a room with minimal windows. Use duct tape or a towel to seal the door, cracks, and vents, and signal for help. The fourth thing, is going to be your after evacuation considerations. So you're going to want to await clearance. Do not return home until authorities have declared it safe. If you return to your house prematurely, you can expose yourself to residual dangers such as hotspots or structural instabilities. Also, you're going to want to assess the damage. Once permitted, carefully inspect your property for damage. Document all things with photographs. For insurance purposes, be cautious of potential hazards like down power lines and gas leaks. And lastly, your insurance and repairs. Contact your insurance company promptly to initiate claims. Make sure you only engage with licensed and reputable contractors for repairs to avoid scammers, and try to rebuild with fire-resistant materials to enhance future resilience. The fifth thing is something most people don't talk about, and that's going to be your psychological resilience. Experiencing something like a citywide fire can have profound psychological impact. It's essential for you to seek out support from some type of mental health professional or support group to help process this trauma and begin the healing process. And for real, make sure that you do so even if you don't think you need it. At least one session just to make sure that you're good, just to make sure that you're straight. And a little bonus is going to be number 6. Before you even get to this point, or if you go through this point, you're going to want to focus on community engagement. So if the recent LA and Hawaii wildfires have taught us anything, it's that if this happens to you, you're probably going to be on your own. So make sure that you and the people around you participate in local community efforts to improve infrastructure and resilience, and advocate for better emergency preparedness plans with your neighbors. Politics can lead to improved infrastructure resilience for future wildfires. So by adhering to these tips, you can enhance your chances of safely navigating through and recovering from a citywide wildfire. Preparedness, prompt action, and informed decision-making are the most effective tools in such emergencies. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, share, turn on post notifications, and like I mentioned before, get your free copy of my survival checklist on my website, urbanwarriorsurvival.com. Link is in the description. And remember to follow me on my other social medias. The links are also on the website. And any support of this channel is greatly appreciated. You can support on the website through donations. And I do have a digital download store, a bookstore, a merchandise store. Feel free, do me a favor, just go check it out. Tell me what you think. Pick something up if you like what you see. Until next time, this is the main man, Brody, signing out. Peace.